So, all right, somebody's telling me to pull something now. All right, so I was just sitting here and I was just thinking, I was pondering, right? I'm like, what the hell? I'm trying to figure out where, I just washed my hands a lot of times because I just cooked, but I was thinking, where does this stem from? And I was thinking about this person that was up here. It just seems like somebody is closer or was closer than they're supposed to be. And then I started thinking, wait a minute. I remember one tarot reader or whatever. I'm like, okay, hold on one second. I remember when I was listening to that tarot reader voice, I remember something. So we're going to go ahead and start back at the beginning here. All right. From me moving to this part of town. Okay. Somebody's telling me to pull this one out because I feel like somebody tried to institutionalize someone or somebody tried to steal something big from somebody, like a castle or position or home or something like this. Okay. Where did the glasses go? Okay, hold on one second. That's weird. Can't find my glasses. Oh well. All right. So, whew, something told me to look a little bit deeper. Because I remember when I first heard that tarot reader's voice, I'm like, why she sound familiar to me? Now, when we first moved to this area, there's a feminine energy. Okay, no. My daughter ended up having my D baby. And, yeah. And I'm going back to everything that kind of like happened. And she actually, the D baby came out not breathing. And they had to take her and rush her right out of the room. So we didn't get to see her for hours later. And I remember it was something strange because the girl that was kind of like I never really thought the friendship was real, but my daughter was friends with this girl from the old town that we lived in. And for some reason, this girl thought it was okay to try to come up to the hospital, even if she wasn't talking to her or nothing like this. She heard that the girl had gotten sick or something. And that was the last thing she heard. But for some reason, this girl ended up sneaking up into the maternity ward, sneaking up into the room where my daughter was and everything like this. And she didn't even tell my daughter she was coming. She didn't ask if she can come or anything. So I thought that was probably strange, okay? So, anyways, we just think about this whole thing. So we go through the time or whatever, we have the child, I think my daughter, I reached out to the boy's mother online. She reached out to the sister or something. We went through the process. We really wasn't involved with him, but like the family members didn't seem like they was interested. We invited them to the baby shower. They didn't come to the baby shower. So we just already automatically just took responsibility or whatever and just was like, forget it. So we just gonna do whatever we gotta do, okay? Because of situations, there were not, or because of the differences here or situations, they were not able to date, okay? They shouldn't have been dating in the first place. And so it was just strange because we just never, they ended up calling us about like a visitation or something. We didn't have no problem with it, but we were saying she's not used to other people. Can we just get like supervised visits for the first 4 visits or whatever, just to get her, get her used to them or whatever. And then we could do it that way. But the judge it was a Zoom thing, and the judge was being really rude or whatever about the whole thing. So there was a couple of violent things on this person's record or whatever. And then they said, well, it don't matter. They have to do it to the child first, and then we'll do this. So when the child went to the house for the first time, I don't think the masculine energy was there the whole time. But again, this is when we were talking about Moshe, Moab, the moon, the Phoenix moon energy, all this other shit. And my eyes was showing me at that time was that he wasn't there the whole time. Okay. But somebody knew that this was some type of sacrifice or ritual or something. I don't know what the fuck. Okay. But like I said, the baby came back and she was hurt. We'll just say that. In a certain manner or a way she shouldn't have been. Okay. And her lip was busted, and then there was also some irritation or something. So this freaked us out or whatever and everything like this. The boy never came back. He never paid child support, but maybe one time or something like that, and that's it. So, you know how I said about families using their youth or whatever for some type of fisher of men or something like this in a certain sense. And so time goes by or whatever, and I feel like something happened where the girl was trying to get involved with my daughter or whatever. She's like, I'm not trying to be no part of no weird girlfriends group or nothing like that. So I don't know what the fuck they want, but you know, I got things to do or whatever. I'm not about to be dealing with these people. So something happened where it was a phone call where this girl ended up calling. Let's just pull cards while we talk. Yeah, somebody trying to steal something or something like this. Okay. So the girl ended up, now she not with the boy, but she want this and she want visitation and she want all this other shit and everything like this. And so when I didn't know, like when we first came here or whatever like this, then my daughter was like to this side of town or this area. My daughter was saying that she was working at a daycare. So she was saying something about the little girl being delayed and having problems or something like this or whatever. Like, I don't know if the girl was like 5 or I don't know, something like this or whatever. But come to find out that the little girl that was in her classroom, whatever, at the daycare that she worked at, was the baby mamas of this same boy. Now, we realized this one night when I was picking her up pretty late. And I was picking up my D baby kind of late or whatever. And then, and no, I was picking up my daughter, my fault, from work or whatever, pretty late. And then I seen the boy walk out with the baby. And then I'm like, oh. And we kind of locked eyes and was like, oh, yeah, how's it going? Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out if you're going to do something, if you're going to plan on doing something, being in the baby's life or something. Like, we had like a conversation. He like, oh, whatever, whatever. So he, again, we talked to him briefly or whatever. He said, oh, I'm going to do everything. I'll pay this. I'll do that or whatever, whatever. But when the baby came, we just didn't see none of that, right? So all this time, the girl being nosy or whatever, now that she noticed, the girls is acting kind of funny at whatever at the work that they worked at. So my daughter ended up leaving that job. And the girl was trying to talk to her still outside of the job. It was just weird, like, you know, but I guess that's how people do when they get in these pregnancy packs or these cliques or something. They like to be like, oh, it's another baby mama added to the team. You know, and my daughters just ain't never going to be like that because I'm not never going to be like that. So, you know, not by choice, okay? And so, anyways, so the funny thing is we reported this with DCFS or whatever. Because I think I remember I was staying at one of my favorite hotels just to relax and read and everything like this. And maybe that's why I came out in that reading earlier. And yeah, this could be a message. Yeah, there's something that's about to be broken here. Somebody tried to steal something, a bond or something is about to be broken here. Okay? Page, there's a message coming in. Somebody tried to end somebody or turn somebody or something like this, or alter them or something, but they wasn't able to do it. Okay? So, time go on. Something happened where we got into an argument. And I think I argue. Okay, the guy was talking to my daughter or whatever. Like, it got a little bit out of hand or whatever, but I don't know if he got all crazy. The girl was like, what about me? I need to be in the conversation. Da-da-da. And we're like, what about you? You don't have nothing to do with this. And so they argued and everything. And I got on that phone and she was like, yeah, because I'll do this and that, whatever, whatever. And then I'm like, look, little bitch. Like, I don't know who you do. So I went crazy on the phone. Okay, I did. Don't fucking talk about my grandchild. Because she said something that was foul. But we figured out that she probably recorded just a part of she recorded the part of the conversation that we were and she was acting crazy on the phone and just like, well, I don't care. I want to be involved in everything. Like she was being clean, like, I don't know, she being weird or whatever. And she said something about the baby or something, that she was going to get the baby and do something or whatever. And that's when I grabbed the phone and I just went a little ballistic. And so I said, oh, something like this or whatever. So later on, find out she was recorded the video and she put it on Facebook. Okay. And, you know, and I guess she was showing it to everybody or something like this. Okay. So I guess this is what these witches do in Wisconsin. I don't know. Because I'm saying this is the same thing that happened to me at my other place. We move here like, and like these people live on the other side of town or something like this. They don't live over here where we live at. So it's not really that much problems over here, thing like this. And even in that neighborhood, it wasn't that many people that was like really rowdy or trying to start mess with each other. But again, people will find a way. So I remember that argument or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just thinking like today, what is this? Because at one point in time, I did pick up on this masculine energy. It was like something about a narrow grave or something like this. But I did pick up on this masculine energy a little bit more than I feel like I should. And I was just wondering, what the hell is this going on? You know? I feel like maybe there was some separation or something because of what I talk about on my channel and what other people talk about. And maybe this is something that, like I said, this could be old energies. These could be ancestors that reincarnated in these people to take care of shit this lifetime or whatever it is. But I feel like somebody's used to like these little town witches or something like that. When somebody talking about, oh, I'm a god or something like this, somebody is just like, yeah, right, oh my goodness, or something like this. But I'm wondering that what I'm picking up on, I don't know if this masculine energy is passed away because, like I said, I noticed all these masculines that are connected to me look similar. They all look like, where is it? They all look like this. All of them. Okay? So, this can't be something that's just by chance. Even with the two last names being the same. Like I said, we got that energy of the...
Sorry, you go close the doors outside.
Yeah, in a second, I'm about to go out there after this video. So, yeah. So again, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm thinking that there could have been something strange that could have happened here. These people could be specializing in like baby belly swapping, and I don't know what the fuck they've been doing. Okay, but I just know that something is strange here. Okay, and I just know that just is strange. Like because now I'm seeing like in certain communities.
All right, Shalon, listen.
Hold on, I changed her up. I cleaned it up. I'm about to take the thing down there and wash it. So I'm just noticing in certain kind of communities that there's this backstory energy that I just don't, no matter what county, I've been blind to it. So maybe I'm just different than these people or something like
Let's
this.
go in the library now.
But yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm in here talking. So it's some shit that I don't know about. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing ghostwriter energy or something like this, but it's just like, dude, this is the shit I experienced. Why would I let somebody else tell this story? Somebody else is using this information. Somebody is going to court or something. So the whole thing is we ended up finding out, okay, with the paperwork and done, we found out that in the county, with the paperwork, okay, for whatever it was that, child support, that they put the father of the child down as my daughter's husband, but she too young to get married, you know. And so I'm like, no, that don't even sound right. So we called and we tried to argue that, but we found out that his mother worked at DCFS. So somebody down there at the office there must have done something, or child support. She worked, I think, at the child support building. So it's just like, when they got the paperwork, they got to know. These is like I said, I'm noticing in these communities, these people work at this place for 25 years or whatever. Like even when we were angry or about this, and me and my spouse found out about this, we tried to go and get statutory rape charges against the boy. Okay, because like I feel like the only thing he showed up for is to take her for the get an abortion, but she ended up coming to me they went for the first visit, okay, and she paid for everything. So they went for the first visit or whatever, and then they were about to go for the second visit. But before she went to the second visit, she wound up just telling me what was going on. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. So we went back and forth about this thing the whole time or whatever like this. But I was thinking, why would they be changing some documents? So we got mad and we went straight down there trying to get some charges pressed. But they said they can't, they're not gonna do it. And they said, well, on the paperwork here it's saying that he was only this age. And I'm like, that's a lie. That's a 4 year difference. He's not a teenager. He a grown ass man. Well, he's a man. Okay. And he's over the age, right? And so they're like, yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything about it. We're not going to be able to press any charges. So then we're like, okay. And so I started having to call down to the DA's office and ask them if this is going on, why wouldn't they, we need that shit changed on the file, first of all, because that's not the right age. And again, we need to figure out why they're not going to be pressed charges. So a nice man talked to me or whatever. I thought something was about to happen. Something never happened. It never happened. So I'm like, nah, they family got connections in the system or something like this. Fuck that. Right? So now we go to a building block here. Well, now I don't know if this man, I'm just wondering if this person is still even with us. Okay, I don't even know. People could get brainwashed, shit like this, or something is not the same or something. So now it's feeling like a feminine or these feminists, because then I just talked to my daughter and she's like, yeah, I think there's another one or something like this now. Another girlfriend and another girlfriend or something. They're all putting up the same last name for themselves online. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Maybe they're trying to form a cult or something. And so maybe they're a part of this clique or something. And then maybe these are the people that's recording me secretly in my home or something. You know what I'm saying? When my Wi-Fi went out like a couple years ago and they had to come in here and put whole system and put whole new shit out there on the wires in the backyard. Maybe they put secret cameras in here or something like this. Okay. So maybe this shit goes deeper. Yeah, we got the 501s. Maybe this goes deeper than we do. Maybe somebody think you're going to be quiet while these people are making moves and doing things and planning and doing something like this. But I feel like whatever this got to do with something a little bit bigger. Christ the Son, something like this. Yeah, we got the three of, it's out back out here again. Somebody want to protect something or protect somebody with this Three of Swords energy here. This could be somebody that just carries an older soul. But I feel like they dealing with a high priestess in the reverse right now. And this bitch is stalking. So we tried to see what we can do about her recording us, but it says that I think that they may be able to record. But when we talk about putting cameras in somebody's house, you don't live in this house, you don't own this house, something like this. So I don't know, y'all. It's getting a little nerve wracking because what happened here. Because I keep on hearing somebody, it's something that just keeps saying somebody came to check on somebody or somebody came to check something out or something like this when I was out of town. So something could have happened where a feminine energy tried to come around or something. I don't know. But I just know that they swapped out this Taurus like 2 years ago. But again, we're dealing with the same type of last name. It's just one has the first name, the first portion of this compound name, and it has man at the end. And the other one don't have man at the end. But it's the same thing. Because somebody that looked very familiar that's a celebrity got that same last name. So something very iffy is going on here, okay? And then might I add that something happened also, I think, with the argument or something like this, and I think that the boy did something that was real foul, and then it just so happened that my cousin them live here too. My auntie live here. She been living here since before I was probably born. And so I was talking to my brother about it or something, and then my brother came up here to talk to somebody about it. But I feel like nothing, I don't know. I don't know. Because I know that my boy cousins that grew up here, one of them, we just going to call him Aunt. He was like, well, I don't know. I know who he is or whatever, but shit. Cuz don't even speak or something like this. But I'm like, dude, the phone go both ways, right? When I had a party for my grandma, I had a party for my grandma at one of my dad's old houses. It was vacant. And I asked him when my mom came in town, and it was my grandma's birthday. I said, can we throw a party for grandma? And then he allowed us to do so. And I invited all of them. So I've never been invited to anything of theirs, unless my mom is already here in town. So, I be taking offense to that because people be just trying to say like, oh, she thinks she bougie or she thinks she phony or she be thinking she all that or something. That's not even the way. I just feel like I pick up on energy. I don't know. I just pick up on energy or something like this. So I remember talking to my cousin or whatever. And he was like, I remember talking to my cousin. So I'm thinking that this Victoria energy could be this unpacked energy that's been after me with this Laurent energy, or even with this Carter energy, really. Or that can be this Queen of Wands, or whatever, like this 333 or something. That's how I'm going on. There's something going on. These are certain type of men that they repopulate with. They do something with these men. Something. Something about stopping the steal here. Queen of Pentacles here. And again, that may be why I kept on hearing, we'll just go with this one because at least she's one of us. So this could be like somebody be going off of jurisdictions or something like this. Like somebody could have been born and raised in a certain city and never left or something. And somebody feel like they're going to pick this person to get some gift or something. Because again, they either could have cloned this man or something, or this man, you know what I'm saying, ain't here no more for real or something like this. Or he altered. Or we reawaken, because some of these energies that be altered, I feel like they can put them to sleep for a long time, and then something, if they ignite something with someone, a fire sign, like it could be something that it is ignited with just energy transfer or something like this, that then they will wake up again. So something like that. Yeah, here it goes again. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Tower in the reverse. So this woman, this baby mom, this crazy baby